When I was young, I mean, I went through a bunch of different phases. At some point, I wanted to be an astronaut. Then I wanted to be a vet and a medical doctor and so forth. And eventually, when I was studying high school, I realized I wanted to study either music or art history. My name is Eddie Cano. I'm a gay scholar from Mexico City studying a graduate program in genomics. My professor recommended, well, she asked, well, what do you want to do, like, in the long term? Do you want to be a violin performer, or do you want to just study music for another reason? Really, what I wanted to do was I wanted to become a conductor. I love, like, orchestras in general and music and looking at music. I guess I always liked biology in general, just from when I was a kid, but I never really thought, I mean, at some point, yeah, as I said, I wanted to be a vet and a doctor, but after that, I never thought I would actually pick that as a life path or as a career path. I was completely sure that I would go into humanities or arts. I had a specific professor when I was doing my second year of high school who he would say, okay, this lesson I need you to plan an experiment that will prove me that photosynthesis actually exists. So it was the first time in my life that I got to design an experiment, and I found myself reading so much about biology, thinking about these questions like the origin of life and all these things that I had never thought about, and suddenly I realized that biology was much more interesting than just science in the sense of just going into the textbooks and reading what people have done. It was like something that was alive, and that you could still, there were so many unanswered questions, and especially in genetics. I think that art is very similar in that way. Like, art is a way of expressing and representing all these things that are different according to the point of view and that are important for us to define what being human is like. So I love explaining with all sorts of like analogies, examples that I like borrow from other fields like arts, like literature and all these things, and then that gets people interested in these topics, and then they're like, wow, maybe I could also do that, or be interested in some of these issues. I think that there's a lot of these discoveries in science today that would change the way we perceive ourselves, and the best way to reach a wider audience is by using art. Most students in Mexico study to get a better job, and I feel that that's never been the case for me. The only goal that I have when I start like studying something is I want to know, I want to learn, and I love knowing more and more.